Hello, this is Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night Zoom. And we've had a pretty good day in Bitcoin today. It's moved up a few percent. It hung in there over the weekend. We're over 22K. Some good news coming out too about Bitcoin. We have the Ethereum merge happening tomorrow-ish. Let's go to the chart, check it out. Okay, currently on the Bitcoin day chart. You guys see that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And I've also got some headlines up here for Bitcoin. What caught my eye earlier? Bitcoin climbs as inflation update nears. We do have some inflation news coming out tomorrow, which may affect the stock market, which in turn may affect Bitcoin and the crypto market. So beware of that. Ethereum is lagging behind Bitcoin. We might be in the sell the news situation already. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is interesting here. Fidelity wants to enable Bitcoin trading for its over 34 million brokerage clients. So that's big news. If we were in a more of a bull market, this really would have pumped the market today. So you guys want to check out some of these headlines on TradingView. Let's go to let's see how much are we up today? Oh, it just turned. So we just had the UTC time turn, and Bitcoin dropped a little bit. But as you can see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight green candles closing on the day. So we love that. We still have the same range that we've had for a couple months. We are kind of past the middle of it, heading towards the top. So things are looking pretty good for Bitcoin last few days. It's more fun to trade that way. Ethereum, on the other hand, is dipping a bit. It's had 2 straight red days on the daily close. It had broken through, 1800, didn't hold it, dropped to low 1700s. So my Ethereum short is still in play. We'll see how that plays out if we sell the news tomorrow or the next day. If it pumps up, then actually overall I'm okay with that. But that's the big news event is this week, the Ethereum merge. There were some articles here in TradingView about, let's see, where was that? Yeah, that's not the one I was looking at. Actually, it was on the Bitcoin side. I was talking about both Bitcoin and the Ethereum merge, so might want to check that out. Any questions or comments about the market overall, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or any events that could affect those?
Seems to be hanging in there and starting to move a little bit bullish in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get through this merge and bounce off these supports and break these resistances. Like to see it get past 24.4 and 25 and work its way up.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Indeed. Indeed. Ethereum will probably retrace some, maybe down to low 1600s, 1500s around there. Then if there are any bugs or uncertainties or concerns about the merge, if those get ironed out in the next week or two, I would expect to see some movement up there too. Okay, well, what do we do now? Can we find some trades today? Let's go to Altcoin Alert and see what information we can get from there. Okay, I've got the Altcoin Radar setting. Easy mode is off, so I've got all the information available. I can sort by any of these columns I want. I start with the AA score. It's the easiest one. Refresh. And sneeze. And do my sort here. I used to look for 80 or above. I've since lowered that since we're in a bear market to 70 and above, and been doing a little bit better, picking up some coins that are moving. Raven coin's been interesting. This one's had a couple big moves. I did a quick Google search and found out that some, at least the author the article I read, speculating that some of the Ethereum proof of work miners who won't be able to mine Ethereum anymore are moving over to Ravencoin, and you've seen a similar move, though not this dramatic, with Ethereum Classic ETC. So that may have something to do with why Ravencoin's had a big move up. I think it might be played out already, but let's check it out.
That's cause. Oh,
What's that? Is that Linnell?
yeah. I was seeing you were on Cosmos, but I see you're looking for Raven Cohen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at Cosmos earlier. So Raven had this big move. Let's go to the hour chart. Get rid of some of these. And so we had on the 8th, this move up here, 70%, drop down. I thought it was played. I thought it was done by then. Then I saw it pumped again to last few days. Now it's nearly 100%, though dipping now. So we're not in a dip sequence yet. We could be. This is starting to bubble out a little bit, and we're below the Bollinger Band. So this one could be a good 1, 2, 3 dip. If you want to set a price alert on the 5-minute chart, actually it doesn't matter what time length you set a price alert. It'll show up on any chart. It's a little bit of support here at 6.11 cents. Some more down here, 5.36 cents. So those could be possible entries. If an alert goes off like that, if you set one and it goes off, I would usually look at the structure to see if we're in a 1, 2, 3 dip. And as far as those, you guys know I prefer indicator alerts on the 15-minute chart, so we're going to bounce over there. Yeah, I like divergence, so I'm going to click that on. This bullish divergence from the 11th did really well from yesterday. These two just kind of went sideways. We only had one MFI drop into oversold. That was way back here. So I think we're getting better entries recently from divergence. Yeah. So that might be the play on Raven. Or we can say, let's not do divergence. Let's do a trend trade with our chandelier exit. I talked about this in some detail last week. And the buy signals have been pretty good on this. I'm not sure if I would take a buy signal this close to the oversold area on the MFI, but if a coin's pumping, it doesn't really care about oversold. If a coin's bottoming, it doesn't care about overbought. Is that the other way around? Yeah, it's the other way around. If a coin's pumping, it doesn't care about overbought. If it's plummeting, it doesn't care about oversold. But if it's in a regular sort of range, then those kind of plays can be lucrative. So we had a nice move there. Another one here, 6%. Same thing there, and this one really took off. So the chandelier exit on the Raven coin's been pretty good. The the sells not as much, but again it's been pumping, so that's to be expected. And the sell's about to print probably at the end of this candle in the next 3 minutes. That'll be a sell signal. So in this kind of ranging market, sometimes an indicator like this is better than some of the dip trades I prefer to do. So what to do on this one? I think I'm going to go with a chandelier exit on this one. Actually, you can also just say direction change once per bar close. And let's see, this is an AA score, right? AA 77.7. And we're good to go. That sell will probably go off. I'm not going to entirely trust it. Shorting a pumping coin can go badly. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do that one. Get rid of that one. And just do a buy. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, any questions on Ravencoin before we move on? Plus, I'm throwing trend trading at you, dip trading at you. You know, if you're not following and want to slow it down, I can do that. All right, so let's see what else we can find. Hot, hot, hot. Haven't traded that one in a while. Solana, I put an alert on this morning. It hasn't triggered though. Yeah, it's been really squeezy here on the 5-minute. So let's we had a nice move past week. It's up 26%. Really squeezy at the moment on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, 1.5 between the two. So maybe a price alert here at 36.87. Maybe another one down here around 34.50 or 34.70. On the 15-minute chart, divergence. Yeah, these two back here on the 10th didn't do much. Oh, got 3% in a day, not bad. This one did pretty well. 5%, and it just stayed in longer, you know, almost 10%. A little better than I thought. I just missed a couple. I set this MFI alert. I wanted to dip down into the oversold area and then come back, and it just missed it. But then again, it wasn't a great setup anyway. So I would have been in right about here, probably here actually. And I'd be down a little bit. So maybe I'll just leave that one alone for now. Maybe I'll turn that one off and sort of undecided. I'll leave that for now. And a quick review how you can do these alerts. Divergence, it's really easy. Click on here. Click the divergence you want. It should be positive. Once per bar close, that's important. And then I usually put the source. I'm going to stick with my MFI alert. How I did that was click on the MFI, crossing up. 20 is the oversold area. Once per bar close. And then your information source. So that's the one I've got going now. You can do the same one on the RSI if you like that one better. Looks like it only dipped below the 30, which is the oversold area for the RSI, only once in the past couple days. I want to bring that one up here to 35. So you do add an alert, crossing up, 35, and your source, and you're good to go. If you'd rather do a trend, turn this off, go to chandelier exit. And there are a lot of trend indicators. There's one called buy sell indicators, you know, half trend, super trend, all kinds of them. This is just the one I like the most. And it's done pretty well in the last couple days. Doesn't repaint either, which I like. We got in this one for a while. It took a while to get 2% on Solana, a day and a half. This one did better. Went out nearly 2% right away, then dip, and then 7% move. So that's good stuff. Good day trade there. Okay, any questions on Solana? Okay. Let's go back to altcoin alert and maybe do a different sort. The Elder Impulse Daily is a technical based indicator. Description right here if you want to read that. Long-term sentiment is sentiment, what people feel about the particular project, what people are talking about on Twitter. So sometimes I will do, you've seen me done, those of you who've been with me for a while have seen me do many sorts on this. I usually look at long-term sentiment, Elder Impulse Daily, and see which ones got the fewest bullish ones. In this case, we got 39 bullish on the Elder Impulse. So I'm going to click that and look for something that matches up. We've got that here on Near Protocol. Very bullish on long-term sentiment and bullish on Elder Impulse. Let's check it out. Okay, on the hour. The last week or so, up 30%. Currently, Squeezeville looks like a lot like Solana. A little more room there between the Bollinger Bands, but still not much. So our first support, we're almost there now, right around $5. Secondary support here at about 473. So those are potential price alerts. Going to our indicators on divergence. Looks like bullish divergence has done pretty well. 2% there. 7% there. 3.6. Big move there. So bullish divergence looking good. MFI entries, not as good. I'd probably go with the divergence on this one. Yeah, we got 3 dips here on the MFI, but the divergence got us in about a little bit better here. Now the MFI is maybe 1 candle, right about the same. And with this one, had we had divergence alert here, it's pretty early in the morning, 6:15, that would have been a better entry than this one here. If we want to go the trend route, chandelier exit. Again, I'm not going over all the confirmations I like to use with this, but I generally want to see agreement with these other indicators that I like, MFI, RSI, MACD, before I don't just blindly trade the the indicator. I want to see confirmation from the other ones I like. That one's pretty good, 1.8%. And if you caught this move, 5%. If you stayed in that long, almost all day. This one's kind of a ride. That would have been a good one. This one we don't know yet. Up 1%. If you're just trying to take 1%, especially if you trade on leverage, 5 or 10x leverage, just pick these off for 1%. Maybe ladder buy if it goes against you, but with a stop loss. You don't want to lose a big chunk of your account or get stuck for a long time. Yeah, this could work. I made a note to myself to look at some of this range trading and see how it does as opposed to the dip trading I prefer to do. I did some of this more during the bull market, but I did some in the bear market, but then I put it on like a real long time frame for me anyway, for an hour. And they just didn't go off that often. So might have to put these back on the 15 and see how they do. Okay, any questions on Near Protocol? I think that's the last one I'll do on Altcoin Alert. Any questions on Altcoin Alert, how I use it to find trades? There are other sorts you can do as well. I mean, I did the AA score and the Elder Impulse, but I'd use the long-term sentiment a lot. In a more of a bull market, I'll do this 1 hour projected range. Actually, this one's kind of interesting. The graph, it's got an upper, almost 5%, 1.66% average, lower 1.6. So this could be a quick 1% if you wanted to check that one out. But I think I'll pass on it for now. If there's nothing else on Altcoin Alert, let's check out iCoin Pro, the home of the 1, 2, 3 dip. And if you're a paid member, there are 2 information sources I like, the RSI Spy and the Buddy Coin Crawler. The RSI Spy will show you what coins are oversold if you do this sort here on the 1 hour chart. I would prefer if they did it on the 15-minute chart, but I'll take what I can get. So unfortunately, it uses a lot of Bitcoin pairs, which I don't like to trade. So I usually just scroll down, wait till I find a USDT pair that I recognize. Maybe YFI. Haven't traded that one in a while, but this one's sort of interesting. Luna Classic. Volume has been pumping lately. It's been trading like crazy, but it's not even a penny. So you can trade it, but I don't recommend you keep it. Okay, Elrond. This was not here before. EGLD. Let's check out that one. Got our drop-down menu. Go to the most recent trading view chart. And it is in a dip sequence. It's bubbling out. We've had our first dip. So this could be one to watch. Oh, no, my screen's freezing. There we go. Now, I don't emphasize it as much as I should, but when you do these 15-minute alerts, if the MFI drops, actually this works a little bit better on the RSI, and starts to come back, you're usually in a dip sequence, a 1, 2, 3 dip on the 5-minute chart. So you can see now it's just punching below the 30 on the RSI, the oversold area. So if I go over here to my 5-minute chart, yeah, it's in that dip sequence we just mentioned. So it's another way you can find these dips without sitting at your computer all day. Okay, so I think we're too late for price alerts, unless you just want to guess, or you think a 1, 2, 3 dip might happen. I tried this earlier on Mana on an altcoin alert search, and it never hit it. So that can be a little a little tricky trying to guess where the third dip's going to happen. So I'm going to go over here to my 15-minute alert. Since we're already in a dip sequence, go ahead and I think I'll go with my RSI alert here. Add an alert crossing up on the 30. And ideally, I should be in a second or third dip on the 5-minute chart when this alert goes off on the 15-minute chart, and be in a good position for a dip trade. This is RSI Spy. Long. All right, that's how you do that. Any questions on Elrond? Oh, actually, an alternative would be the chandelier exit. Turn that on. And the buy signals have not been very good. That one was, even that one wasn't good. So if you trade leverage, this one might be one to short. The short signals have all been pretty good. Might do that too. When in doubt, do both. Chandelier, sell. SI SPY. Short. Okay, any questions? All right. Let's see if we have anything else that looks good. I think the market might be dipping now because let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, it is dipping. Yeah, we had this drop here on Bitcoin. You know, about 1.3%. Usually means the other altcoin's going to drop about 3 to 10%. So that might be why we could have some dip sequences coming up. That's why we're getting all these. These weren't here when I was doing my prep for this. So we got CRV, decent volume. Let's look at that one. It's also in a dip sequence on the 15. Yeah, it's just starting here. That was super squeezy before that move. Not even 2%. All right, so what's this one been doing lately? Just bouncing. Up 13, down 3, up 20, down to 4. Good range trading. Okay, we're past anywhere I would put a price alert. So you can put price alerts on larger time frames. Like if you're not seeing one, the only support I see here, it's already passed. It's already broken through. But if you go to your 1 hour, there's some support here, right around $1.04, $1.03. You can just use a longer, a larger time frame on your chart. Just bear in mind it's less likely to go off. Your alert's less likely to trigger if you use the larger time frames. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I just like to do a few trades a day, ideally good ones, but there are traders out there who just do a few a month waiting for the perfect situation. So, all right, so on CRV, on the 15-minute, what chandelier look like on this? Yeah, buy signals haven't worked very well at all, except for this one. Yeah, that shot up nicely, but the rest of them not so much. Couldn't even ladder buy out of those. The sells are looking good. So that could be another one to short. Oh, wow. Ethereum took a plunge. Yeah. I don't know if this is just a normal Bitcoin cycle that's causing this or what's going on, but we got some dips going on. All right, back to CRV. Divergence. Yeah, this one's just been trending down. You might want to just be super cautious on your buy alert on either chandelier or divergence, or any of those. Maybe look for multiple confirmations before you get in on a long position. We've been mostly long the last week, almost a week. So we'll probably due for some profit taking and some retraces. So this doesn't surprise me.
Just as a heads up to all of this, I see on the 15-minute chart, Bitcoin took a major nosedive and now it's turning around. So these dip sequences may be, you might want to look at that and maybe toward the bottom of the dip.
Yeah. So Robert's talking about this candle here on the 15, on the Bitcoin chart, on the 5. We've got our first dip here. We'll see how that plays out. Got a little bit of support at 22. Pretty close to that now. Yeah, support here and here. So that would be a good price alert if you want to trade Bitcoin, or use that as a stepping stone to trade the other altcoins, which tend to move better. Okay, I bounced off CRV a couple times. Any questions on this one? All right, let's go over to the Buddy Coin Crawler and look for some coins that are moving. Even though iCoin Pro's added this current low to SMA, I still prefer to sort by the average low to SMA, which is the average low of the day, to the SMA, which is the red line you see between the Bollinger Bands on my 5-minute charts. And I'm going to sort by this. And I'm looking for values in more of a bull market, 5% or higher. In our current market, like 3.5 to 4% would work. And that's just some room to move. That's what we're looking for. And then these are all USDT pairs. I can exclude the Bitcoin pairs. And then I'm looking for something I have some experience trading or I'm interested in. And here we've got Luna Classic again. These other two, I think Voyager's bankrupt. I'm not sure what's going on with that. And Atom, I was looking at Atom earlier. It was above 4%. And looks like I got off that chart. So it's now at 3.9. That still qualifies. Let's check out Atom. Let's turn that off for now. Atom has had some really good moves last week or so. Since the 6th, it's been up nearly 50%, but dipping a little bit the last couple days. The 5 minutes and the similar, it hasn't dipped as hard as some of the others we looked at. Bitcoin's printing a green candle at the moment on the 5 minute. That might be why. We've got support here on Atom at right around $15. That might be a good price alert area to get in or to reevaluate. On the 5 minute chart, on the 15, this might be a good candidate for the chandelier because it's had some really good movement last couple of days. You can see most of these buy alerts have done pretty well. This one's 2%, 2.5%. This one's 2.5. Well, yeah, about the same. Yeah, you can do really well just picking up 2% on each one of these. Yeah, there. Might have to rethink the chandelier. I haven't used it in a while. I'm just starting to get back into it. The cells have done well too. It's just had really nice ranging trade. That's what we like for this, for our day trading. So yeah, this might be one where you go with the direction change. So click on chandelier exit, direction change, once per bar. And this is Buddy Coin Crawler. And I'm in. Well, I'm not in, but I got my alert set, so I'm good to go. Okay, guys, that's about all I have for iCoin Pro, Altcoin Alert. Any questions about day trading, short-term swing trading, any projects, any coins you want to look at and on either of these information sources to evaluate? Wow. I might just be so good at this now. You guys are just absorbing all the information. Don't have any questions. Is that what's going on here?
That's it.
You want to take a look at Loom?
At Loom, Loom.
Loom. Yeah.
Okay. All right, it's on Coinbase. Let's turn this off for the moment. Day chart. Whoa, big spike here. Let's go to the hour chart, get a closer look at that. All right, so it was just, just going sideways, not doing much till the 8th. And then it went nuts, 200%, and gave up more than half of that. Wow, that's a wild ride. 5 minute, trending down. Looks squeezy, but wow, 12% on between Bollinger Bands that small. That's wild. You don't see that very often. Yeah, this one's kind of risky. I wouldn't put much money into it, but you don't even need leverage on this one the way it's moving.
Well, it's kind of what I was wondering about was, back when it was pumping,
Mm-hmm.
You look at it and everything, all the indicators and everything tells you to get out.
Yeah.
Don't go with it. And it seems like whenever you have a situation where something is pumping, all of our indicators and everything say to get out. If you're going to be conservative, you get out.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a way to tell whether it's gonna continue or?
There are some indicators that help with that. There's one called, I've got one open on a different chart. Yeah, let me pull this one up. I haven't used this that much. It's the 200 EMA filtered parabolic SAR. How's that for a catchy name? Not. So on this one, it'll give you a long signal and then tell you the EL, that's exit long. So, let's look at a bigger time frame. But even that doesn't work real well. Like let's say you're in this one here, you get 11%, but you wait for the EL. Well, when it triggers, you're down 10%. But on this one, you're up 40%. And it tells you to get out here at 19. Well, that's still a great trade. Even if I probably would have set some, price alerts in here and, put a stop loss and profit, that kind of thing to follow it up. But this isn't a great example, but there are alerts that try to do that to try to help you to when to get out, to show that something continues to pump. That's not a real good example. Let me get rid of that one. And the chandelier exit, that's really where it came from. It has exit in its name. It's trying to tell you when to get out, but it also tells you when to get in just, by virtue of that. So I usually use it for entries, but a lot of people use it for exit. There's, the average true range, the ATR. There's a bunch of them that try to help you, but I think a better, and then there's some money management you can do where you set an alert instead of a take profit, and you evaluate the market when the alert goes off. If it's still kind of hovering around your take profit, you might get out of half of your position and then set an alert to, I like to look at you know, support and resistance to determine where I get out. So you might go to the next support or resistance depending which direction you're going, and set an alert there. And then if it hits it, you know, reevaluate. It won't hit that. I just find it doesn't hit those alerts very often. So, that's frustrating for me, but that's my own impatience. So there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I want to make, you know, 3 to 5% on my, say, altcoin alert trades. That's what it's for. And you set up your, you know, your alerts and your take profit, and you get out. And then if it keeps going, doesn't matter. You traded your plan, you planned your trade, you traded your plan. That's a good thing. So I tell a lot of young traders is if you do exactly what you want and it keeps going, don't worry about it. But there are some methods to cash in on the bigger moves. Just it's more work or more of a headache, but usually often worth it if you're willing to do it. So. Okay, we're at about 40 minutes. I can take one more question if you guys want to talk about anything else. All right, in that case, I'll wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, appreciate that. Please check out the opportunities in the comments below. They help fund the channel. If you're a Carbon member, please stick around. We'll start that Zoom in a few minutes. If you're not a Carbon member and you're curious about it, want to be a fly on the wall, that's okay too. I'm going to stop the recording here and take a short break. Be back in a couple minutes. Thanks, everybody.